Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring.
This again. Let's try this again. Welcome to prayer time. My name is Joe Witherow. I am a practitioner of science of mind teaching, and this is prayer time. I'm going to adjust my little mic here real quick, or my webcam. All right, that's better. So this is prayer time. This is something that we do twice a day, 8:15 in the morning, 8:15 in the evening, and this is our spiritual connection. This is our time just to kind of go within and just allow ourselves to be. I was thinking about, what was it my topic was going to be for today? And, I thought, I've been blessed with a really beautiful gift this week. I've been able to teach your assistants for a Beyond Limits class, which is just an opportunity that I have just looked forward to for probably about, I'd say maybe four months or so. And the reason for it is because I think when you when you take a class as a teacher assistant and you're able just to not only pray in a class but be able just to see spiritual growth, it's very, very inspiring. And I was thinking about the idea of, you know what was I going to talk about today? And I think when I think about taking Beyond Limits, I really think it's about establishing our spiritual roots. What roots are we bringing into New Thought teaching from our background, from you know our experiences, from our dynamic that we've had. And it's been really interesting this week because I got to read a bunch of prayers this week and really kind of analyze them and think about it in a different way than how I pray. And I found myself being really, really inspired to think about my spiritual roots and think about what is it that how do I show up spiritually speaking? What is that foundation that makes me? And I think it's been a really great thing to think about. And today is a day of celebration with it being Cinco de Mayo, but in a way, there's so many just roots that are founded in this day. So today's a day of celebration. It's a day of of community. It's a day of family. There's so many different spiritual messages that you can get from Cinco de Mayo. And yeah, I've just been inspired all day thinking about that idea of spiritual roots. And that's me confused. There's a class called Exploring Roots, which is a new thought class, which is very different than that topic. That one is about new thought authors like Thomas Troward and Emma Curtis Hopkins and You just learn about Ralph Waldo Emerson. Emerson is my jam. I love Emerson. He's my buddy. If I had one author that I could read the rest of my life, Emerson would probably be it. Anyway, I digress. But really, when I was thinking about this, I was thinking about, what is it that we are making our foundation, and how does our foundation change? Because our spiritual dynamic is a weird thing that is always changing. We're always changing and opening up our minds and our consciousness and our awareness. That's what the purpose of spiritual mind treatments are. And I really kind of think about that tonight is, you know, how is our spiritual roots? How are they changing? And how are they going to continue to change? I think there's something about how we show up and raise our consciousness and our level of receptivity. And one of the beautiful things about New Thought teaching is that it it forces us to think in different ways that we haven't been able to think. And it also forces us, when we think too much, for us to go get help, for us to go and do the spiritual work, to understand that we are spiritual beings in this planet that are meant to do so much more. We're meant to be happy and abundant, and we're meant to be full of joy and love and peace and hope. That's why we pray about these things as practitioners, because we know the greater reality that exists in those moments. We understand that vision. We are able to see it. We call it viewing it from the high watch, or praying from the high watch. But really, what it's about is just knowing that there's a greater truth for human beings in general than what we have. So I thought that was really kind of cool today, and I feel like this is a word where a few people may view this topic as disjointed, but I think it's important because that that openness that we have to be able to not only show up, but to be aware of our roots and to be able to change that foundation that we have and grow and make it stronger. That's spiritual power 101 right there, in my opinion. So anyway, that's where I was thinking here today. I was just going to talk about for a moment, and we're going to go ahead and get into prayer in just a second. Uh, if you have something that is in your headspace that you want to talk about or you need prayer at ntmedia.org. You can pray on it specifically if it's something good, bad, doesn't matter. We love to hold prayer, and no matter what's going on. There's no judgment on our end. It's a group of practitioners and ministers alike, and um, I love normally praying till I see a demonstration, or till until I feel the time is right. Um, so, encourage you, if you're watching this, prayer at ntmedia.org if you want something for us to hold in that space. So, we're going to go ahead and get into prayer. And, I just invite you wherever you're at just to, just kind of allow yourself just to kind of sit in the chair and stretch. All right. So, as we get ready to go into prayer here today, I just close my eyes and I just visualize just this beautiful, beautiful day. Such a gorgeous May day, as the celebrations of Cinco de Mayo. I think about just so many demonstrations of the presence of God that I have seen today. From families coming together, from joy and laughter, and just seeing the warmth of community, to seeing the beautiful Pikes Peak in the mountains with just still a ever so present layer of snow on top of it, to the gentle spring breeze that's here, to the beautiful blue clouds, and just the gorgeous colors that are on the trees and in the distance, and the prairies and the fields, and the beautiful landscape that paints the day. I just know and just see this presence of God that exists. It exists everywhere on this planet. And every man, woman, and child, it lists every single place on this planet. And I know as I get ready to go into this deep prayer, I just know that my mind is one with this creative medium. That my thoughts, my hopes, my desires, my ambitions are all part of this universal mind that I could tap into at any time. I have this divine connection within this mind of God, that my mind is one unified with spirit at all times. There is no separation. And I know this truth for myself, and I know this truth for every single soul that is watching this video, whether in a live recording or whether at a future date watching this prayer. I just know that that time is filled with this divine perfection that is there. For this time is a time for us to go within, for this greater consciousness and awakening to go, and for us as beautiful spiritual beings of love and light, for us to take time for ourselves, to shut off the monkey mind, for us to go within and raise our spiritual consciousness, our vibrational energy fields. And it gives us a chance as we go deep into this prayer to tap into this quantum field of energy. And I speak my word this evening, just knowing this greater truth of this planet, knowing this greater truth about peace and love and harmony in it as it exists through each beautiful being of light, because the truth of the matter is that this planet, we're meant to love and to be one with love. And that this presence of God that exists within every man, woman, and child, that representation comes through in love. It comes through in peace. It comes through in hope. It comes through in happiness. It comes through in joy. And for this greater knowing, I just affirm that that truth comes out right here in this very moment, right now. That this day is a day full of celebration. And that this celebration is not just limited to this holiday today. That there's a greater reckoning, a greater higher consciousness that's there. And I just know this truth deep within my being, within my soul. I just give deep gratitude for being able to know this truth, for being able to hold this high watcher, knowing this greater consciousness. And I'm in deep gratitude for being able to see this vision and be a part of this spiritual journey. I'm one of deep thanks for being able to be a part of this New Thought prayer team, for being able to be a practitioner in this time, and for being able to hold this high watch in prayer. And I just take my words and I just release them into this universal law of love and light, just knowing that the seeds that have already been planted in this prayer, nothing needs to be done. I just simply step back, walk away. And I release this prayer into this universal law. I just take one more deep breath and just feel that energy go into that quantum field, just knowing it's truth. Nothing else needs to be said. I just release these words into this universal law and invite you wherever you are to simply say, and so it is. All right. All right, my friends. Well, we are out of prayer time here tonight. Tomorrow, you are going to have a recording in the evening, but Miss Laura is going to be back with us here, and then I will be wrapping up the week on Saturday with prayer time. I want to wish you the best. prayer@ntmedia.org if you do have things you want to hold in prayer. If you want to support the network, ntmedia.org, and then there's a button that says donate. Feel free to do that as well. Peace and blessings, my friends. Much love and light. I wish you all the best this evening, and so it is.
On behalf of the New Thought Media Network, thank you for being with us for this special prayer broadcast. We look forward to being with you again soon, 8:15 a.m. or 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Until then.